On to you Libras. So how y'all doing? So for you Libras, you have the Ten of Pentacles, and you Libras have the Hierophant. Yes, I'm using new cards. All right. I told you that I was going to switch things up, change, do better. But anyway, a lot of you Libras are actually handling your own responsibilities. The Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant represents a lot of you Libras are taking accountability for your life that you have, the lifestyle that you have. And so a lot of you Libras are not going to be looking towards another person for the quality of life that you have, right? Which is a kind of that's kind of a Libra thing to do. That's, that's very Libran of you, But why that's a good thing is because a lot of you Libras, you realize that you Libras may have leaned a little bit too hard on friends and loved ones, a little bit too much, and that people fall short. Everyone falls short. So whether it's by betrayal or whether the person just fell short because that's just the innate default pattern of being alive, right? None of us is perfect. There's not a single one of us that is perfect. So because of the lack of perfection that we have, the lack of perfection, we're going to fall short sometimes, So, the thing about it is that, so a lot of you Libras understand that, where it is that you went wrong. And a lot of you Libras are understanding that you're going to have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet a lot more, even perhaps a lot more than the average person will. But you're going to have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet anyway, because it's better to do what you Libras are doing than to extend yourself, being over reliant on somebody else, right? And all of this stuff is life lessons. The Hierophant represents the wisdom from the divine, or I should say knowledge from the divine, or wisdom as we perceive it, but they're basically one and the same. And a lot of you Libras are understanding now that, you can't just, like I said, you can't be overly reliant on friends or even loved ones. So the Ace of Pentacles now represents a lot of you Libras are learning to focus on what it is that you want. So there's a sense of you Libras understanding a little bit better what it is that you even want, and then being able to actually focus at that. So, and what I mean when I say focus, I'm talking about understanding a specific goal, right? A purpose, and then actually pursuing that purpose. Of course, not having tunnel vision to where you don't play blind to what's going on around you, right? You're still very much so aware of what's going on around you. However, you're still in a position where you still very much so are thinking about that main goal. And with the wisdom that you have, if said choices bring you closer towards that main goal or further away. And then you have the Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, right? So the Eight of Wands represents a letting go of hyper responsibilities, right? Responsibilities that other people basically scapegoated you with, put on to you. And like I said before, because you become focused on a particular purpose, what happens is that along the way, you're supposed to learn how and what to unload, take off of your shoulders, right? What responsibilities you're not going to hold anymore. Because when you don't have a particular purpose, people can come through and tell you, oh, everything is your fault. The sky is falling, it's raining outside, you know what I'm saying? This, that, the third, all of this, all this stuff that's going on, all of it is your fault. It's all your fault, even to the point of stupidity. Blaming stuff on you sounds like they got mental issues if they were to blame it on you, because it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And all it does is reflect and shine a light on their lack of taking care of themselves, their mentality, right? Their mental space. They're so caught up with blaming somebody else, they risk making themselves sound crazy. So why that's important, even in the first place and stuff like that, is because of the fact that when you have a purpose and you go, okay, you're going to focus on this, you realize, that you've been accepting a lot too much responsibility, and that how to let go of certain things and take, it's like weights at the gym, how to essentially let go of those weights. So then you have the Wheel of Fortune, and then that puts you in a brand new cycle in on itself, because that's a very powerful thing that you did, which is to let go, right? Knowing what to let go of is very important. If this thing is bringing you closer to where you don't have to isolate yourself and isolate other people, or is it bringing you further away from said goal, where now you're more isolated than you ever have been? So a lot of you Libras are being able to now see which one is which, and a lot of you Libras are understanding that, you have to make wise decisions. You got to stay away from the choices that make you more isolated. And then you have the Tower and the Devil card, right? And these are all things that were fixed points in time. You were supposed to be betrayed by a lot of your friends. This was supposed to have happened, because all of this stuff is Libra. All of this stuff is Libran things. I've talked about, once again, being a Libra is a heavy card, because like I said before, I don't understand how Libras, and I'm going to just go ahead and say it, I don't understand how Libras be thinking that they gangsters. And it's like, do you understand that you are supposed to be way more than that? That you are supposed to represent the balance between good and evil? Do you understand that you are an officer of the Lord? Or do you understand that you are an officer of Allah, or the divine, or the source, whatever you want to call it, and that you're working for the source? So you can't be evil. So you are essentially an officer, but you're an individual that's supposed to understand that there is supposed to be a certain percentage on one side and there's a certain percentage on another side. You out here being gangster, evil, this is when you get punished. K-Flock, Libra. Look at all these Libras who play into that game of, oh, I'm going to be a gangster. It doesn't end well for them, because being a Libra is a heavy card. You cannot be a bad guy. You cannot be the villain of a person's story, in the sense that that's something that you're seeking to do. You can't be. Because once you think you get into a point where that's the side that you're choosing, you're going to get punished, and you're going to get punished hard, because you are an officer. You are supposed to be the one. Remember, you are the opposite sign of what? Aries. So you're the one that's supposed to be the spiritual court of heaven. You're supposed to be the one. And beyond that, even, you're supposed to be the one that's supposed to come through and judge people's characters and make a decision on whether or not you can get down with that person, because this person has the right vision in mind, and that the two of y'all's visions actually link up with one another. You're not supposed to be playing that game where, oh, this person is like this. Okay, well, you're going to hang out with them. You're going to get punished for that. And I know this because I remember one of the people that I was going to put a ring on is a Libra. I don't know if the person's still with us. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to find out. The person is a nut job. But every time that person would play that game with me, it wouldn't work. The person would essentially get a car real quick to stunt on me. Car would break down. It's because you're doing it for the wrong cause. You're doing it. You being a Libra on top of it. So you're supposed to go through this for you to be able to snap out of that, and for you Libras to understand it yourselves by coming to your own conclusions that you're not supposed to be on this gangsterism, you know what I'm saying, demon time. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. Capricorn is supposed to do that, right? The crabs are supposed to do that a little bit, right? You Libras are not supposed to do that. You're going against your very nature. You're going against what you were intended. You're going against the principalities of what a Libra is and what a Libra is supposed to be, which is its true nature. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, the Libra is what? The Libra always, or the justice always has a sword. What does the sword represent? Justice. It's wielded in the right hand, the just hand. Fairness, justice. In the hand of the person that is wielding it, it will be used for a purpose. It won't just be used to lord over people, right? With brutality, it will be used to lord over people with fairness, and that they appointed you, the divine, and they also appointed you as the wise leader that is just, to be able to be that is a just visionary, to be able to be in a position, a powerful position, to be able to tell people what to do. This is why you can't have unjust leaders. You can't do that. So the thing is that the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands represents, this is why it is that it was so important for you Libras to get away from weirdos, because how you gonna find a relationship with somebody who thinks as dysfunctionally as like that, where they think that unjustly or injustice is justice? That's not how it works. If you're gonna find yourself into a relationship, the stage has to be set where you can't have these goofballs around you. If things are gonna work, you can't have these goofballs around you. And then you have the Temperance, and it takes time. So please bear with yourself and don't rush the situation. It's better for you Libras to stay by yourself single for the rest of your life, and you know what I'm saying, than to hurry yourselves into a relationship with somebody who is warped. So let's clarify the Temperance. Three of Cups, the Emperor, Queen of Wands, Four of Swords, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Three of Cups and the Emperor right here represents how, because you're patient, okay, you're able to see a lot more things than if you were getting emotional. Even though you Libras are very emotional, right? The Queen of Wands and the the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords, but you Libras are becoming visionaries, able to see what's important and what is not. And the Wheel of Fortune represents, you understand what's important. And because you understand what's important, you can't just be trying to get with just anybody and just be down for whatever, no matter what. You Libras understand that you're going to have to actually start asking questions about who you are, where you are, and the type or the quality of the people that you're hanging around. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm trying to make the YouTube channel grow to get to 100K subscribers. Please, I'm at 15,300 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.